Hey, Maddie. Thank you for your invitation. I will think on that. Interesting. An invitation that I sent to her for an interview literally this time last year when the single live was on. Yeah, I'm sure you'll think about it. Probably thought about it then. But anyway, I saw your video on YouTube about me. I have some questions to ask you. What did you mean by saying what Natalie was? Do you know I was working for TV in my country for several years before I got this show? Okay, fantastic. Good for you. And if you are an honest journalist, I mean, never really thought myself as a journalist personally. I just thought I'm just someone that just reviews things. But we continue. You could gain some information aside the show about me acting and being educated woman. I mean, listen, anybody can claim to be educated, but the way you behave will always identify how educated someone really is. I feel like sometimes people have this definition or this thing in their mind that just because I went to school and I got this degree and I got this qualification and all of these things on my name and I've got this piece of paper that says that I'm educated, it must mean that I am educated in life. I am educated on how to treat people. I am educated on how to act. Education is a piece of paper that maybe gets you a job, but education is not something that actually builds a person's character. You see what I'm saying? Point blank, period. But anyway, we continue. So please remove that clear indirect message about my life. Because you have no idea what you're talking about. For you to know I am a very moral person, and you don't even know half of the bullying I went through for being on that show. I'm sorry, but would anyone care if I told them that I get bullied for being a YouTuber? Would anybody care if I sat here and I made videos about how I get this DM or that DM or how this person, when they see me, they say these things? Would people really care? Think about that. Yeah, some people would care and be like, oh my God, I can't believe he's going through that. But at the same time, people would be like, well, but he chose to put himself in front of a screen. So therefore, he chose to put himself in a position where he can easily be criticized, easily be bullied. But of course, for some people though, just because they are Natalie, I guess, they deserve for me to have sympathy? Unless I am the one that has bullied you. Different kind of conversation, right? But listen, I don't know what show she was on, but the fact is, if people bullied you, then you had a choice. The choice would have been just don't do acting anymore if you can't handle the backlash. but I will say this though. Look at it this way. Generally speaking, some people who are in the spotlight, generally speaking, sometimes only get bullied purely because of how they actually behave. Some people don't get, not everybody gets bullied just for the sake, just because they're in the spotlight, it doesn't mean people get bullied. You see what I'm saying? I wouldn't say that I'm in the spotlight, but I'd be lying if I said that I get bullied. I mean, it's happened to me in the past, but it doesn't really happen at all. Why? Probably because I have a character that's likable. I probably have a character that nobody cares to want to even bully because I obviously present an energy that is decent, right? Decent enough to not be bullied, to not be whatever. But if you're presenting an energy that makes other people want to bully you, well, you have a choice in that matter. It's either one, you can check yourself and be like, what is it that I do? And hopefully you can change that and hopefully change the narrative on your own accord rather than asking somebody else to change the narrative about you for you. That is lazy. That means you're not going to do any self-accountability. That means you are not reflecting on who you are not reflecting on your actions, and you are not reflecting on why people did bully you back then and if they still are now. All I know is this, if people were picking on me, I would definitely be looking at myself thinking, what the hell am I doing? What am I doing to make people think this? And then if I got to a point where I feel like, you know what, maybe people just bully me because they just want to and I'm actually doing nothing wrong, at that point I'll be like, you know what, bully me then because I know I ain't doing nothing wrong. Why am I going to worry about it if I'm doing nothing wrong? You know what I mean? But anyway, we continue though. What you told about me and Josh, he never put any deposit to my home. I get paid a lot for being I get paid a lot for being liked on TV and do the drama you believe is true. I am very sweet and honest in real life. Okay, so here's the thing. The show is the show. We saw her on the show, right? We saw what happened. She needed Josh to be the guarantor. Now, maybe he didn't give her a deposit, but we know that she needed him to get the place. Without a shadow of a doubt. All right, cool. That's just the grand scheme of it. But let's talk about this part of I get paid a lot. That's interesting. That is very interesting. If she got paid a lot, then how comes on the show? On the show. Because remember, all of our opinions have to be based on what we see on the show, and some of our opinions also have to be based on the glimpses that we see of this person on social media. And if somebody is keeping the same energy that they have on TV, on social media, you can't then say that you are still in character for social media. But social media is your choice to show everyone that maybe you are different. I mean, look at it this way. There's many people that go on 90 Day Fiancé and they have this character, right? But then when they end up on Pillow Talk, people are like, damn, you're not as bad as I thought. And then some people have this character where they are this character on TV, but then when it comes to social media, they don't ever go on it. They just keep quiet because that's that. You see what I'm saying? So if you're unable to separate yourself, well, then it is what it is. End of the day, this is the person that you have displayed yourself both on camera and off camera. But if it's a case where she's earning this plenty of money, then why did she fuss about how the place that she was looking at with Josh was going to be a bit too much for her? You see what I'm saying? You would live within your means, right? I mean, listen, at the end of the day, when somebody has to tell you that they are sweet and honest in real life, that is concerning. That tells you that you're probably not. There's a chance that you're not. I mean, listen, do I need to tell you guys that I'm sweet and honest and innocent or that kind of stuff in person? Do I have to tell you that? No, because my character will tell you whatever opinion you want to have on me. Some of you may think, yes, I am sweet, honest. Some of you may think, oh, this guy just says these things off a camera, blah, blah, because you are entitled to your freaking opinion. But I would never sit here and tell you that you're either correct about me or you're either wrong about me, because you're entitled to your opinion based on what I present. So the fact is, though, Natalie can moan about this, moan about that, but the matter of fact is telling somebody that you're sweet, honest doesn't do a goddamn thing. Now, why am I here even making this video? I'll keep it a buck, because I don't like it when people are trying to make me do their job for them, trying to make me change my narrative. So therefore, when I talk about them in a more positive way. Listen, if you are on screen and you are presenting yourself in a certain type of way and you don't like the backlash that you get from it, then you have your own responsibility of going out there on social media or wherever it is and showing people that, guess what, this is actually not who I am. This is why I guess I respect at this moment in time, this is why I can put some respect on someone like a Danielle, someone like a Nikki. I say that because you see, when Danielle comes on a live stream, she'll happily say that, listen, the story, the things that happen, the things that you see are real, they happened, but when it comes to editing, they will change it a little bit, so therefore it's a bit dramatized. So at least she's honest that the things that we're seeing are real. And then also on top of that, when we see on social media, she definitely keeps the same energy. So I can respect the fact that we know what kind of person that she is. Same as Angela Dean, for that matter. I've never really heard her say that, you know, that I'm just on TV creating drama for the sake of it. She owns it, right? So it's interesting how you can get people like Angela who just own it. People like Jasmine who just own it. People like Danielle who just own it. And then even Nikki, when she goes on the live streams and whatnot, she'll happily sit there and say, listen, everything that you're seeing is 100% my real life. So it is interesting how there's some people, and it's crazy because I feel like there's more people who admit that what we see is actually it, and there's less people that admit that what we see isn't it. And it's usually the people that can't handle the backlash, that can't handle the heat, that will then backtrack and say X, Y, Z about, oh, yeah, but this is just dramatized, I had to do it on purpose, blah, 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 blah. But you know what the funny thing is, though? If you choose to go on a reality TV show and you choose to take up this offer to be dramatic all the time, you are choosing to create the narrative that you want people to see about you. And if you can't handle that, then why the hell did you choose to do it in the first place? Now, here's the thing. Did I reply to this post? I mean, to this message? No. I mean, I hearted it. That's about it. Reason being is because, can somebody tell me, if you receive this message, what the hell would you say back? There's nothing you could even say to this message because this message was legit telling me how I conduct myself. Like I said, if you've created a persona, if you've created a perception of how people, if you create this thing where people see in a certain way and you don't like it, then it's your own responsibility to change it, if it's possible. Anything's possible. But nonetheless, though, you guys let me know what you're thinking. We can most certainly talk about it because, goddamn, I'm here to watch 90 Day Fiancé. to then review 90 Day Fiancé. And I'm also here to see what also happens in the social media world and then also update you guys. That's about it. And if the funny thing about it is maybe when I do the updates, maybe that's the journalist side of me. But her whole shiz against me in this thing was actually based on what happened on the actual episode. So if I was a true journalist, then I would have done. Why would I go like yo? It was a review on what happened on the show. It wasn't even like it's not like I made a video out of nowhere and said, "Hey guys, I haven't said anything, but guess what? Blah 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 blah." Damn. But it's okay though, because in real life, I'm very sweet and honest. So please subscribe, like the video, and comment down below, and maybe even share the video too. Thank you so much for your time. Peace.